while we have a moment, we'll set the game captains for you. First for the Southwest Dragons, number 1, Matthew Luna. Number 19, Jesse Hernandez. Number 2, Makai Johnson. And number 54, Robert Gutierrez. Now for the Miller Bucks, 11-0. Number 10, Andrew Body. Number 22, Marcel Davis, their fine senior running back. Number 1, Chris Saldana. And number 98, Manny Lozano. Miller is the favorite, according to most people who have observed both teams. But I know that you spent some time with the Southwest Dragons, and they actually feel pretty confident
They
tonight.
feel like they've got a really good game plan that no one else has really tried on Miller this year. So we'll see if it works tonight inside the dome. I was very impressed, actually, with the Dragons' size and speed. You alluded to their speed in the pregame. They've got a history of that. So we'll see what happens there. Miller, of course, we know about how quickly they can play football. They do want to play fast tonight. That's another thing Coach Evans said. We want to be fast.
Well, one thing about Southwest is they're really well coached. We had some really enjoyable conversations with their head coach, Matt Elliott, this week. He is so personable and so accommodating. He was excited that we were doing this game on TV, and both these teams are flat out ready to go. Miller, in a way, kind of eager to what they see as atoning for a little bit of an off performance a week ago.
And exactly what happened, what Coach Evans hoped. They win the toss. They're going to take the ball first. They want to get on the board first, set the tone early.
All right, so both teams are set. Southwest in solid green uniforms, and the Miller Buccaneers choosing to go with that very stylish all-white tonight.
Looks good.
This is a noisy place. It holds a lot of noise. We've got a good-sized crowd here, and can't say enough about the Miller Buccaneer fans. They're so loyal. They're so faithful. You know, they went through some hard times, but they're enjoying this year so much, and there is that saying, once a buck, always a buck.
And they've turned out in droves tonight. You see a good look at them right there. Coach Evans has got them fired up. And this is going to be a great ball game. I think this is going to be a close football game. I really do. I like Miller to win, but I think it's going to be a good test for him.
Well, Miller's going to get the ball first. And deep receiving, McCulley and Williams, Ralph Rodriguez, and Zamori Nichols. The kicker for Southwest is Oscar Jimenez. They tee it up. We're ready to go. And with that, we are playing the great game. A relatively short kick, going to be taken at the 23-yard line and returned across the 25-yard line to about the 28. That was Ezekiel Moya on the return. And officially, the Buccaneers will start this first offensive drive of the night from the 29-yard line. This is a Miller Buccaneer offense that is averaging over 54 points and 550 yards per game. If you can imagine that, in a 48-minute game, they're averaging 550 yards. On first down from the 29, Andrew Body, the junior quarterback. Marcel Davis, the senior, will get the start at running back. Body quickly throws to the near side. That's Ralph Rodriguez on the hitch. Gets across the 30 to the 33, a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And they better make sure they tackle him, because, boy, if he gets just a crease, he can take it the distance. Fastest player in South Texas. Right there.
Nice tackle by strong safety Angel Carrillo on 2nd and 6. Body with the zone give. Marcel Davis into the secondary, appears to be about 1 yard shy of a first down.
Marcel Davis on the carry. Back there quickly by the Dragons, number 19.
So quickly to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and a long one. Body gives it to Davis, looking for the corner, going for the sticks. This is going to be really close. The tackle was made by weak side linebacker Eric Lopez. We'll see where they spot it. Need to get to the 39-yard line, and they say that the play does clear for the first down of the night. So 1st and 10 Buccaneers from their 39. Just underway here at the Alamo Dome. Southwest in a 4-man defensive front. Body wants to throw the deep ball right side. Got a man wide open. That's Adrian Lloyd. Can't quite come up with it. The pass was on target. Adrian Lloyd, one of the really outstanding receivers in the Coastal Bend, just could not come up with the catch. And a nice job of recovering and a nice defensive play by Southwest free safety J.P. Zuniga.
Yeah, the ball is there. He just, man, you saw the Dragon kind of knock the ball loose there at the last minute.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Again, 4-man defensive front for Southwest. Marcel Davis on the give over right tackle. He's got a gain of about 4, setting up a 3rd and 6 situation.
Well, the Buccaneers believe coming into this ball game they can run the football, and so far they've shown that. So that obviously will set up those long pass plays that you just saw a moment ago from Andrew Body.
Actually, they spot the ball at the 41, so it's 3rd and almost 8. Body throws over the middle on the slant, got a man, got a first down, and into Southwest territory at the 46-yard line goes Adrian Lloyd.
Man, he was wide open too. They could do that all night if they continue to play that loose in the secondary.
2 receivers to either side. Body gets his team quickly to the line of scrimmage, throws right side, throws a strike on the out route, and that's complete, and that will clear for another first down. The reception by junior receiver Cassius Clay, his 57th reception on the season, and with that he goes over 900 yards receiving. Quickly to the line of scrimmage on first down, deep ball into the end zone looking for Ralph Rodriguez, got it, touchdown Miller Bucks.
Well, that didn't take long. That's pretty much a picture-perfect drive to start this football game.
A 33-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Body to Ralph Rodriguez. For Body, his 41st touchdown pass of the year, and that's Ralph Rodriguez's 15th touchdown reception.
Well, that's an absolute perfect pass. Right in stride. You couldn't have drawn that one up any better.
PAT attempt upcoming by Aniceto Zamora. He's been good this year, 56 of 63 on PATs. Down cleanly, kick on its way. It's good, and with 9:53 remaining in the first quarter, Miller draws first blood. They lead it 7-0. Back in a moment. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
Every moment of every day, we are fighting and winning for our clients. Thomas J. Henry, attorneys available 24/7, nights and weekends.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it.
I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on select 2019 models, or get 15% below MSRP on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $6,100 below MSRP on this Equinox.
The Miller Buccaneers take the opening kickoff and go 71 yards in 8 plays. The payoff coming on the 33-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Body to Ralph Rodriguez. The PAT is good. Miller up 7-0. The man who just added the PAT, Aniceto Zamora, set to kick it off for the Buccaneers, who have gotten off to almost a perfect start after a slow start last week. The kickoff actually was going to be fair caught, but it goes out of bounds. So imagine better with Grande Communications. Go to mygrande.com or call 866-2-GRANDE today. So we'll get our first look at the Southwest Dragon offense. The offensive coordinator is Jim Bradford. This is a Dragon offense that is averaging 29 points per game. They're primarily a power running team, although their quarterback, Matt Luna, has thrown 13 touchdown passes this year. They'll assume possession at the 28-yard line. They send 2 receivers to the far side, pistol formation behind the quarterback, Luna. Luna goes left, wants to throw, in big trouble, and is going to be sacked back at the 20-yard line. A loss of almost 8, and that's a coverage sack. He had no place to throw it. He was finally covered up by blitzing outside linebacker Daryl Harvey.
That's a good start for that Miller defense. Getting some confidence early on and letting that quarterback know he's not going to have a lot of time to look for his receivers.
Lost a ton there. It's 2nd and 18. Luna gets the call from the near side. The big running back for Southwest is number 5, Andre Mitchell. He's rushed for over 1,100 yards and 14 touchdowns, averaging almost 6 yards a carry. 2nd and 18 right now, though. And that is Andre Mitchell, who cracks across the 20 out to about the 23, but it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and almost 14 for Southwest. The tackle made by the fine middle linebacker for the Miller Bucks, Jay Sean Trimble.
All right, so here's the stat of the night so far. The Dragons average, 29 points a game, and the defense averages 29 points a game. So they should be all ties, right?
Almost reflects their record of 6-5 coming in. This time they'll send 2 receivers to the far side and 2 to the near side. They will go 4 wide as they are in this situation. Makes sense on 3rd and long. Motion across the formation. Luna takes the snap. Now he gives it off on what is really a draw play to Andre Mitchell. Good creative call, and he not only has the first down, he has a big gainer well into Miller territory, down around the Buccaneer 40-yard line.
Man, talk about perfect execution on the draw. Miller thinking that they were going to throw the ball, and he winds up picking 37-yard pickup on this play right here. And boy, that's a perfect position play right there.
Cannot say enough about the call there. It's really good. They mark it at the 41-yard line. So the Dragons have posted their first down of the evening, and they did that on 3rd and 14. Luna from the pistol formation. And again, it's Andre Mitchell on the carry on first down. He got a gain of about 3. Clock rolling with 8:06 remaining here in the first quarter, and Miller leading 7-0.
If you wonder if the Dragons are the type of team that turn the ball over much, no, not at all. They've only turned the ball over 8 times this year. They played a lot of football, Paul, just 5 fumbles and 3 INTs. That's very impressive.
We do have an injury on the field. We'll use this opportunity to take a brief timeout. Miller leads at 7-0. We thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
In 2017 alone, 2.8 million U.S. workers were injured on the job. Construction, transportation, manufacturing, oil and gas, and agriculture were among the most dangerous industries for workplace accidents. If you were injured in a workplace accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious workplace accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
Let's talk politics? Just kidding. Well, kinda. Let's talk about Abe Lincoln. This Abe Lincoln. At Love Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, all you need is an Abe Lincoln just like this one. This Lincoln buys any new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. $5 down, that's it. Bring in an Abe Lincoln and drive home a Love Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or even a Ram truck. Only at Love.
Love keeps you going.
Back at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, the injured player for Southwest was their right tackle, Zach West, who is probably their best offensive lineman and is also a defensive starter. We'll see if we can get more information on that. After that 2-yard gain, it's 2nd and 8. And again, the quarterback operating from the pistol formation. Play fake, throws near side. It's complete, and the receiver stretches close to first down yardage. Mekhi Johnson on the catch. That's his 20th reception of the year.
Let's see if we can see where West got hurt. Yeah, right there, right side of your screen. And hopefully for the Dragons, he'll be back in the ball game, because boy, he is so valuable on both sides. Starter, as you mentioned, Paul, on both sides of the football.
This drive started back at the Southwest 28-yard line. going to be 3rd and about 2. And look at this formation. It's almost like the old Kansas City Chiefs stack. There's a fumble on the play, and Miller appears to have recovered the football at their 35-yard line. The recovery made by junior defensive end Richard Galvan. So the Miller Buccaneers come up with the first turnover of the night.
Well, we just talked about the fact that they don't turn the ball over much. That's only their 6th fumble this year, and it's costly. Miller's going to get excellent field position.
And if we know anything about this Miller offense this year, it's that they will go right for the throat. First and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Any better, Paul?
Off to a great start. Double twins formation, and we do have a flag before the whistle. And this is something Justin Evans isn't going to like, because Miller just had way too many pre-snap penalties a week ago.
That's number 53. It's 5-yard penalty. First down.
The right guard, Jabriel Joseph, flagged for the procedure penalty. Here's the fumble, and what a nice job on that recovery by Galvan. Body wants to throw, has time, well protected, now gets pressure from behind, but he is quick, and he has a first down into Southwest territory at about the 45-yard line. Nice job of reading and executing by the junior quarterback, Andrew Body.
Yeah, if he doesn't hurt you with your arm, he's going to kill you with your legs. That's a 25-yard run by Andrew Body, who is an outstanding all-around quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the Dragon 25. Jet sweep to Ralph Rodriguez, probably the fastest man on the field. And he's down around first down yardage, but we do have a flag back behind the play, Alan.
Yeah, that's not good. It may be coming back. Ralph Rodriguez, you better be the first guy to bring it down, because if you don't, he's gone.
Boy, that's a big penalty, too. Going to take it all the way back to the Buccaneer 40-yard line.
Well, the only thing that's held the Buccaneers back tonight are some penalties here.
Well,
yeah, you saw it right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is going to be 1st and 25. Ball on the far hash mark. 2 receivers to either side.
They'll just chunk it 30 yards downfield. Watch them what they're doing right here.
McCulley and Williams now in the ball game at running back for Miller, and he displays his enormous talent. That's a good gain down to about the 42-yard line. He's still going to be about 8 yards shy of a first down before he's knocked down by Jack linebacker Justin Vargas.
Boy, 2 really good running backs for Miller. It doesn't matter who's toting the ball. Both can take it to the house.
2nd and 8. And the give is to Williams, and you can see how quick and powerful he is. And what can you say about this Miller offense? They were looking at 1st and 25. Hey, no problem. We just convert in 2 plays.
Pretty amazing. It's very few teams in South Texas can do that on a regular basis. Not just every once in a while, but almost all the time. The Miller Buccaneers can pick up huge chunk of yardage.
First down at the Southwest 32. 2 receivers to either side. Body from the pistol this time. And there is the zone give to McCulley and Williams. That's his 3rd straight carry. And once again, he's got good yardage. It's a gain of about 6 yards down to the 27-yard line. Clock running with 5:17 showing here in the first quarter. Miller leads it 7-0, looking to add to that after collecting the turnover on the fumble recovery. Body gives it off. That's Marcel Davis this time, and the senior running back gets down around the 25. He's going to be about 2 yards shy of a first down.
And another Dragon is down. Let's see who this is. Another injury timeout.
We will keep it right here. We hate to see that. You know, moments ago, you recall that Southwest, at least for the moment, lost their right tackle, Zach West. We'll see what this is about.
Hopefully Chelsea Torres can give us an update on their injury situation here in a moment.
Imagine better with Grande Communications. Go to mygrande.com or call 866-2-GRANDE today.
Well, the other thing tonight so far, I mean, Miller just simply dominating time of possession. I mean, it's already, as you indicated, 4:52 to play here in the first quarter.
Assisted by the Dragon trainers.
Let's go down to the field and Chelsea Torres.
Guys, we saw that injury from number 60 defensive end Zach West. I saw him over with the trainers. He seems to be fine, walking around, stretching out. I do have to mention, though, we talked to Coach Evans about Buck Nation. He knew they were going to show up today. I have to say, there are more Miller fans here than there is Southwest fans here, and I think that was the big factor in that turnover earlier. Alan, Paul?
Chelsea, thank you very much. And on third down, Body, the quarterback, will keep it. And he appears to have the first down around the 21-yard line before he's knocked down by middle linebacker Jesse Hernandez. The earlier injured player for Southwest appeared to be their defensive end, Jake Friesenhahn. We'll see if Chelsea can come up with updated information on his condition. 1st and 10, Body. Retreats 3 steps, throws it over the middle, got a man, 2-1, touchdown. Andrew Body throws his second touchdown pass of the night, his 42nd of the year, and for Adrian Lloyd, his second touchdown reception of the evening, and we still have 4:22 left in the first quarter.
Well, the Miller Buccaneers have been very successful tonight throwing the ball across the middle. They've been wide open all night. There's another good one right there to the Buccaneers. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns.
That, in my mind, was a really, really sharp throw by Andrew Body, perfectly placed. So on Seto Zamora on to try his second PAT, and he's got it. The Miller Buccaneers off to a lightning start. 4:22 remaining in the first quarter, and Miller leading San Antonio Southwest by a score of 14-0. Alan, I don't know about you, but I'm impressed.
I'm very impressed, too. You know, it makes you wonder if Southwest has played a team that can play this fast. And I think, man, they're just out of sync right now. Miller just with an electric start here. I mean, you could not have scripted this any better. And that was the big thing that Coach Evans was telling me during the week. We want to play fast. Now, we always play fast, but tonight we want to play even faster because Southwest has not really seen a team capable of doing some of the things that the Miller Buccaneers have done, and they've demonstrated that here tonight. They've been able to throw the ball. They've been able to run the ball. They've also forced a turnover on defense.
So this Southwest offense is really not built to come from behind. They want to control the ball on the ground. They're in a position where they may have to try to air it out now. Although, as we did mention, their quarterback, the senior Matt Luna, has been an effective passer this year. Completing 50% of his passes, he's thrown 13 TDs. They'll just pop the kickoff up in the air, and yes, you can fair catch a kickoff, and Southwest does that at the 34-yard line. Actually, they'll mark it at the 35.
Well, you can't get out of your game plan yet. It's still too early, but they're going to have to. They're going to have to answer a score here eventually. They're going to get too far behind.
Boy, you can tell that the Miller Buccaneers just couldn't wait to play tonight. I know they felt internally that maybe they did not perform their best a week ago, and they were eager to show the world what they can do, and so far they have done exactly that.
Well, it's a big difference. This time last week they were down 14-0. Now they're up 14-0.
Very true. And Southwest trailing 14-0 is going to take a timeout.
Well, I don't understand that. That is not good.
While there is a timeout on the field, we'll take a break as well. Back in a moment with Miller leading at 14-0. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
Kimsell Federal Credit Union has competitive rates and loan products, putting you in control of your financial plans by paying you back for banking with us. Kimsell consolidates credit card balances at competitive transfer rates and terms and offers auto loans at substantially lower rates. Does your bank partner do that? With 4 local branches and mobile banking at your fingertips, your financial future is in your control. Make the right move to Kimsell Federal Credit Union. We're here for you.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match. We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look.
In the High School Scoreboard Live.
The best coverage.
Ford Cup player of.
All the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
You're watching Thomas J. Henry's Game Night South Texas, presented by your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers and brought to you by these sponsors.
So after the timeout, back to play. Southwest with the ball 1st and 10 from the 35, trailing 14-0. Luna throws far side, and what a great break on the ball by the defensive back. I mean, he almost became the receiver there. Way to drive that out route. Perfectly coached.
Yeah, he had to time that. And you know who it is. That's Ezekiel Moya. He plays both ways, plays special teams. He never leaves the football field. Never. He's always on the field for 48 minutes.
He is probably their most versatile player, Alan. I completely agree. So it's 2nd and 10 following the incompletion. Southwest this time, for the first time, will send trips receivers, 3 to the near side. Now one man goes in motion to the far side. Motion before the snap, but no flag. Luna floats far side, throws it deep, had a man open and could not make connections with his intended receiver, junior wide receiver Joseph Garza.
Yeah, he was a little bit under fire by that defensive line by the Miller Buccaneers. Didn't quite have a chance to set up and throw like he wanted to.
All right, so it's 3rd and 10. And this is the time where defensive coordinator Eric John really loves to heat up the quarterback and send the blitz. Southwest with 2 receivers to either side. The quarterback, Luna, operating from the pistol. Now they motion to trips on the near side. And again, it's that wraparound draw we saw earlier. Last time it went for big yardage. This time it barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And Southwest is going to go 3 and out. And they, Allen, are going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, Daryl Harvey leading the way there for the Miller Buccaneers. And yeah, you see it once. Okay, all right. See it second time. They were in control.
All right, so Southwest going to have to punt the ball. Their punter is Jesse Hernandez. The usual punt returners for the Miller Buccaneers are Zamori Nichols and Ezekiel Moya. We were talking moments ago, or Alan was, about how versatile he is. It's a trick play, a fake, and that is their backup quarterback in the game. It's just an incomplete pass. That is not a fumble. It's an incomplete forward pass, but it's 4th down. The ball goes over.
Wow, that man, they just... Good for the Buccaneers, no doubt about it. They just didn't quite get it to go. And now the officials are going to discuss exactly where they're going to mark the football at, I imagine.
Either way, it's Miller's football. By the way, that pass was thrown by their backup quarterback. They try to set up the trick play. It appeared to be a forward pass, so it should be just an incomplete pass. But again, the ball goes over on down. So one way or the other, Miller in great position. And in fact, they'll start this drive from the Southwest 35-yard line. Miller already leading 14-0.
Well, that shows you how desperate the Dragons are. Down already 14-zip in the first quarter. But they have to go to a trick play. And it's really tough to pick up a 4th and 10. I don't care what kind of trick play you throw out there.
Marcel Davis is the running back standing to the left of the quarterback, Andrew Body. 3-man defensive front for Southwest. Body throws a strike, a bullet, a laser beam far side, and he's got a completion for a gain of almost 9, and that is Adrian Lloyd, who is off to a hot start.
Body now 7 of 8. He's hit on 88% of his passes. That one incomplete was the long pass earlier tonight.
Body from the pistol. Throws near side. That's Ralph Rodriguez. He's got the first. He wants more. They're going to mark him down about the 11-yard line. And this Miller offense has just been a machine so far.
Yeah, they really have. They're moving the ball at will, and look at how fast they're playing. That was a 16-yard pickup.
Jesse Hernandez, the middle linebacker, finally made the stop. 1st and 10 from the 11. That's Marcel Davis on the far side. Cuts it to the 5, lowers his shoulder, runs over a tackler, and gets down to about the 3-yard line. They'll need 2 for a 1st down and 3 for a touchdown. The free safety, J.P. Zuniga, finally makes the tackle.
And another Dragon is down. Boy, they've been going down quickly tonight, without a doubt. This is
the 3rd player.
Yeah. All right, so the Buccaneers again, Paul, have had tremendous success, whether they throw the ball or whether they run the football. By the way, that is number 34 this time who's down, and that is J.P. Zuniga Rodriguez, a wide receiver and a defensive back.
Tonight's game is brought to you by your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers, and we very much appreciate that.
Looking at the scenarios, Paul, next week, if Miller wins tonight and Vets Memorial beats San Antonio Vets Memorial, they will play each other next Friday afternoon, the day after Thanksgiving. That's a 2 o'clock start, Buccaneer Stadium. We certainly hope that happens.
Alan, do you get the feeling that the Bucs were just chomping at the bit, that they just could not wait to play tonight?
Oh, we ran into them at Bill Miller's barbecue before the ball game, and they were ready to go. And then they came out here and walked the field, and they just had that really confident look in their eye. And then they came out for pregame warm-ups and felt even better.
Well, you hate to see this player being assisted and carried off the field. That's J.P. Zuniga, their free safety.
Ball at the 4-yard line.
Let's see if we can see where he gets hurt. Yeah, he goes for the tackle. Yeah, saw it right there.
McCulley and Williams in the ball game at running back for the Buccaneers, trying to add to their 14-0 lead. They got 2 backs in here. Marcel Davis going for the pylon, hit at the 1, stretches forward. He's close, no signal yet.
He's in there.
Okay, touchdown. The 3rd touchdown of the first quarter for the Miller Buccaneers. Look at this. Gives a little ground and then gives out some punishment and gets the nose of the ball across the plane. 3 touchdowns in the first quarter for the Miller Buccaneers.
Man, they have certainly made a statement here early on, and I don't think anybody wants any part of the Miller Buccaneers right now. I can't think of any team that wants to play these guys right now, the way they're playing.
Zamora on for his 3rd PAT of the first quarter. And a good job of getting the ball down cleanly. And he puts it through. And with that, Miller extends its lead to 21-0. And as cliche as it sounds, Alan, this is a case where Southwest almost looks like they don't know what hit them.
They really don't. Again, they fumble on their opening possession. Then they go for it on 4th and 10 on their second possession with the trick play that falls incomplete. Miller certainly takes advantage. Like you said, they're 3 for 3. 21-0 lead. But obviously, you can't take your foot off the gas pedal just yet.
As we mentioned, it's a Miller Buccaneer team that's averaging almost 55 points and 550 yards per game, and they're probably running in excess of that rate at this point.
Yeah, if we could get maybe a shot of the Miller crowd. You know, Chelsea brought the fact up that Miller's crowd is bigger than Southwest. I mean, Southwest is right down the road here. They ought to have a bigger crowd than Miller. You would think this is basically a home game for Southwest. But
I do want to say this, Alan, and I know you've been there. If you have never seen a high school football game at the Southwest Dragon home stadium, you need to. It is one of the most beautiful venues for high school football on this planet.
But look at all those Miller fans here. And I know we have a lot back in South Texas watching us on television, and we appreciate it.
Here's the kickoff. It'll be taken at about the 22-yard line. Returned up the right side. This is a big return. Into Miller territory. Got 1 man to beat. They get him on the ground, but it gets down to the Miller 32-yard line. That was Ethan Vasquez on the return for the Southwest Dragons, and finally they get something to go their way.
That's a 46-yard kickoff return, and that's exactly what they needed, just to give them just any kind of momentum at this point in the football game.
Talk about quick strikes. All 3 of these Miller touchdown drives in the first quarter have been less than 2.5 minutes.
They've got somewhere to be tonight, I think.
They do move quickly. Line of scrimmage is the 33. Southwest trying to get on the board. They trail it 21-0 here late in the first quarter, and on their first play, they put it on the ground. The quarterback, Luna, is able to get back on it. Not the way they wanted to start that possession after that long kickoff return.
It may have looked like he wasn't ready for the snap. I think And then the ball was snapped way left of the quarterback.
It's a loss of 6, so it's 2nd and 16. And they've been looking at a lot of long yardage situations so far tonight.
Man, if you're Miller, you just put on that, you just tighten up that chin strap and you go after the quarterback because you know he's going to have to throw.
On 2nd down, 2 receivers to the far side, 2-back pistol behind the quarterback, Luna. Andre Mitchell is the running back. He gets the carry, but gets precious little yardage, gain of maybe only 1 yard.
Yeah, they were hoping that they could catch Miller napping there, thinking they were going to have to throw, but Miller fully prepared on that run play. So now it's another obviously long passing situation for the Dragons. And they may actually be in this situation 4-down territory.
Defensive end Richard Galvan, who had the fumble recovery earlier, made a nice diagnosis of that play. 3rd and about 15 from the 39-yard line. Luna wants to throw, does so, far side. It's complete, but about 8 yards shy of a first down. That's Angel Carrillo on the catch for Southwest. Nice throw and catch, but they're still looking at a long yardage situation.
Yeah, they're definitely in 4-down territory here. They've got to make something happen.
Well, they're looking at 4th and almost a full 9 from the 32-yard line.
See what coach draws up here.
This is a Miller defense that on the year is giving up only 17 points per game. And we've reached the end of the first quarter, and what a first quarter it was for the Miller Buccaneers. They lead it 21-0. Southwest trying to get on the board. Back in a moment. We thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
Cakes and cookies, pies and Danish too. Petit fours and eclairs. We've got fresh for you. The famous Janet's qualities in everything we make. For orders really special, take home a picture cake. Janet's Cakery. When it comes to cakeries, with the frosting on the cake. Janet's Cakery. When it comes to cakeries, with the frosting on the cake.
My husband was killed in a car accident while he was on the job. The job didn't want to take responsibility for it and help me. I called the Force because of the ads I saw on television. Jeff and his team started helping me right away. Jeff settled my case and I received a confidential amount. Although the money won't bring my husband back, it did allow me to take care of my kids now that he's gone.
So if you've been in a car or truck wreck, call me at 444-4444. That's 361-444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Does he do tricks?
Mr. Shakespeare, who's the greatest TV and internet provider around?
With epic fast internet up to gig speeds and unparalleled customer service, well, that's got to be Grande.
Imagine that.
Yep, make the switch. For just $35.99 a month, you can get up to 300 meg internet plus standard Wi-Fi. Imagine better with Grande. Go to mygrande.com and switch today.
Watch Michael Aspia. Mornings on Chris 6 News Sunrise.
And back with quarter number 2. Southwest looking at a 4th and 9 from their 32-yard line. Pistol formation behind the quarterback, Matt Luna. 4-man defensive front for the Buccaneers. Luna floats to the far side, under pressure, gets it away, and this pass is intercepted. The Bucs come up with another turnover. This one picked off inside the 10-yard line, and here is a huge return out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. And that appears to be Ezekiel Moya, the do-it-all player for the Miller Buccaneers. Watch him track this one, Alan.
He did. He has it all the way around. And the interception is right here, and then he will tightrope the sideline. And once again, the Miller Buccaneers are going to get great starting field position.
Moya with his 3rd interception of the year. We go quickly down to the sideline and Chelsea Torres.
So we have 3 injury updates for Southwest. Number 60, Zach West, his right knee currently is wrapped up. He's been walking around, seems fine. Number 41, Friesenhahn, he's been walking around fine as well. But that 34, JP Zuniga, sophomore, he was very emotional when they were checking out his left ankle, even taking off the cleats. Very emotional. He currently has crutches. Alan, Paul?
Chelsea, thank you very much for getting that information so quickly. There was a completion on first down, but a gain of only 1. It's 2nd and 9. Body on the zone read give, and that's McCulley and Williams. Look at this talented sophomore. He gets it all the way down to the 31-yard line. Alan, we've seen Marcel Davis for the last couple of years, and he is a wonderful senior running back. But this guy they got coming up behind him, McCulley and Williams, this guy is the truth.
Yeah, they're going to be well set for the next several years. That's a 21-yard pickup, by the way.
They mark it at the 30, Bucks quickly to the line of scrimmage against a 4-man defensive front. Body play fake, throws over the middle, got a man wide open. That would have been a walk-in score, but it was just overthrown. They failed to make connections, and we have yet another Southwest Dragon down on the field, although that defensive lineman does now get to his feet.
And for Andrew Body, that's only his 2nd incomplete pass tonight. He's now 9 of 11. He's hitting on 82% of his passes. He's already thrown for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns.
A 66% passer on the season. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Body looks near side, pulls the trigger, got a man, just overthrows Richard Gonzalez on the wheel route, and he was there. Body, if he had it to do over again, maybe would have put a little more air under that one.
Man, he was wide open. You know that Andrew would love to have that play back one more time. It's a good play. They drew it up perfectly on the board. I bet they come back to it before the night's over.
3rd and 10. Again, a balanced formation, double twins. Southwest showing blitz. Here they come. Bucks pick it up. They throw it over the middle, and once again, they just can't quite make the connection to the intended receiver, Adrian Lloyd. So it's going to be 4th and 10, and I fully expect Miller will just go for it.
Oh, there's no reason they won't go for it. I guarantee you they won't, or that they will go for it here.
Another Southwest injury. Just hate to see this.
Check this out. Total yards so far for the Miller Buccaneers tonight, 210 to the Dragons 39. But again, the Dragons have turned the ball over twice. You know, I was talking good about them earlier about, you know, they only had turned the ball over just a limited number of times tonight coming in. And tonight they've already got 2 turnovers. Miller's taken advantage of both.
Very uncharacteristic of this Southwest offense because, Alan, as you indicated, they have generally taken very good care of the football throughout the season. This injury is being attended to here at the 30-yard line. We're hoping this player's all right while we take a break. 10:36 remaining in the 2nd quarter with Miller leading Southwest 21-0. Back in a moment. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, motorcyclists are 26 times more likely to die in a crash compared to other motorists. Motorcycle accidents can cause severe injuries, from road rash and broken bones to spinal injuries, brain injuries, and death. If you or a loved one were injured in a motorcycle crash, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious motorcycle accidents and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it. It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck. Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
During the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on select 2019 models. That's over $5,700 below MSRP on this Trax. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Tackle Roman Ramirez was the injured player for Southwest. Bucks, of course, will go for it on 4th and 10 from the 30-yard line, already leading 21-0. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. 3-man defensive front for the Dragons. Body plenty of time. Throws, and his pass is complete. Inside the 15. Down around the 12 for a 1st and goal, and that is Cassius Clay on the reception, his 58th reception of the year.
How's that confidence for you? 4th and 10, no big deal. Just going to toss it over there and pick up 12 or 13 yards.
Great throw by Body, and Clay, with a very athletic frame, goes up and makes the catch. And he gets him a 1st and goal down around the 8-yard line. Body from the pistol, retreats, takes a deep drop this time. Now throws a screen. Sweet call this is. That's Marcel Davis on the screen pass, and he kind of picks and winds his way down to about the 5-yard line. Actually a pretty good job by the Southwest defense, because that looked to be money when they threw it.
Man, I looked like I looked like Zeke Elliott on that play, like he was going to take it to the house. But let's see what happens now. I mean, they're set up to run these Dragons out of the Alamo Dome. They keep this up.
Second down, they throw it into the end zone, and the pass is just a little bit behind the intended receiver on the slant. They were looking for Ralph Rodriguez, and Body would like to have gotten that out front a little more.
You know, the conditions are so perfect here inside the Alamo Dome. There's no wind whatsoever.
I do want to correct something. That earlier reception did not clear for the first down, so right now we're looking at 3rd and 2 from just outside the 5-yard line. Davis in motion to the far side. Quarterback draw by Body. Walk in. Easy money. Allen, how many times have we seen Miller succeed with that play, including those big come-from-behind wins over Flower Bluff and Veterans Memorial?
Without a ton of times. And you know, the Dragons have looked at the video. They you know, scouted this team. They know it's coming. They just can't stop it. They just can't.
Well, right now, Miller is on the verge of blowing these Dragons out of the dome. It's 27-0, and the PAT upcoming. Nice job on its way. Perfect on the night on PATs. It's a 28-0 ball game. Allen, do you think these Buccaneers are sending a message tonight, or what?
I think they know all of Texas is watching this football game, and they don't want to be just a regional champion. They want to go all the way, and why not? You gotta believe you can go the distance, and it continues tonight, stage 2 of the area round playoffs.
Already 11-0 on the year for the first time in school history, so they take advantage of that turnover following the interception, and they drive it 53 yards in 9 plays. Hope you'll stay with us at halftime. I'll let you know what we got coming up for you in just a moment, but first the kickoff. Pooch to the far side. Fair catch made at the 34-yard line, and clearly strategically that's what Miller has chosen to do with their kickoffs tonight. Stay with us at halftime. We'll feature performances by both bands and spirit squads. We'll have all the stats and highlights. Chelsea has a special feature for us, and Jeff Dubroff will look ahead to some of the Friday night playoff matchups. That's all coming up at halftime here on Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
And I want to remind all our viewers, we have the 30-minute expanded version now, the Friday Night Fever, and we'll get underway tomorrow at 10:20 and take it all the way to 11 o'clock.
Southwest trailing by 4 touchdowns, starts this drive from the 33-yard line. Blood in the water. Motion coming to the near side. Here's the quarterback, Luna, just shovels it to Andre Mitchell, the running back. He's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. What a great job of pursuit by the right side of the Miller Buccaneer defense, and coming up quickly from his cornerback position was Cassius Clay.
Now, I know it's still fairly early in the second quarter, but you know that the Dragons have got to be pretty worried because they haven't been able to stop Miller whatsoever. They haven't been able to move the ball. They did have that one long run on the draw play, but other than that, they have nothing to show for it.
What was that old Yogi Berra line? It's getting late pretty early for the Southwest Dragons.
It is.
2nd and 11. Buccaneers showing blitz. And we've got a whistle before the snap.
All star on the offense. Number 2. It's a 5-yard penalty. Reflect. Second down.
Wide receiver Makai Johnson called for the infraction. 2nd and 16 with the ball back at the 28-yard line. Clock now running again with 8:27 remaining before intermission. Luna with a shoulder fake. Now throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. It was intended for Angel Carrillo, but a really good job in coverage by the safety, Zamori Nichols.
Third down.
3rd and 16.
Again, just 38 yards of total offense so far by the Dragons tonight. They just have not been able to get anything going. They're only averaging 2.7 yards per play. Miller, 241 yards total offense so far.
Southwest has turned it over twice, so the Miller defense now has 7 fumble recoveries on the year and 5 interceptions. Mitchell is the running back here on 3rd and 16. 3-man defensive front. This looks like it may be a reverse, and it is. Coming back to the near side, this is going to lose a ton of yardage. Yeah. What a great job of sniffing that out. That was Dejon Bisbee on that very alert play for the Miller Buccaneer defense.
Yeah, you're not going to fake that young man out whatsoever. I mean, I'll give credit. I'll give the Eagles, I'll give the Dragons credit for trying something different, but it ain't going to work against this Miller defense.
And I'm sure their pride was hurt a little bit last week because there were times when the Brownsville Pace offensive line was getting a pretty good push against Miller. They're going to punt it from their goal line. And they'll angle it to the far side. It's going to be taken at the 40-yard line on the run. This is a big return. That appears to be Ralph Rodriguez.
That's 23.
23 is Zamori Nichols.
Those goal numbers are easy to read from here in the press box.
I'll tell you what, he's running like a streak, too.
That was an 18-yard return, by the way.
We'll take a brief break. Back in a moment. Thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
It's time to think about your old air conditioning system. Hi, I'm David Matthews with CCAC Air Conditioning. Right now we're having a preseason special. With every new Lennox system, we'll include a 3-year labor warranty and a Wi-Fi thermostat. That allows you to control your system from anywhere with your smartphone. So hurry for this limited time offer. To deal with a locally owned company you can trust, just call us. We are constantly concerned about.
All right, back at the Alamo Dome. After that brief break, Miller, after collecting that punt in great field position again, they threw an incompletion on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trips to the near side. Body, the outstanding quarterback, throws on the slant, perfectly timed. Receivers got it, fights his way inside the 10, down to around the 7-yard line. Cassius Clay on another very physical reception for the Miller Buccaneers.
Well, Cassius Clay has been a machine tonight. He's got 5 catches, 66 yards. Every time he touches the ball, he picks up at least 13 yards.
1st and goal, down around the 7-yard line. Body with 3 receivers to the near side, goes the other way. Man, Cassius Clay had to turn around just to keep that ball from hitting him in the helmet. Nevertheless, it is another touchdown pass for Andrew Body. And that is for Cassius Clay, his 9th touchdown reception on the season. And this one now officially a blowout.
Certainly is, and we have a long way to go in this football game, at least for the Dragons are concerned, just trying to get something going. But another perfectly executed pass play by the Miller Buccaneers.
Aniceto Zamora trying to go 5 for 5 on the night on PATs. And that's no problem for him as he puts it right through. And with that, the Buccaneers extend their lead to 35-0 with 6:43 remaining before halftime. Back in a moment. We thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
It's time to think about your old air conditioning system. Hi, I'm David Matthews with CCAC Air Conditioning. Right now we're having a preseason special. With every new Lennox system, we'll include a 3-year labor warranty and a Wi-Fi thermostat. That allows you to control your system from anywhere with your smartphone. So hurry for this limited time offer. To deal with a locally owned company you can trust, just call us. We are constantly concerned about customers.
case by case, year by year, breaking records for our clients. If you've been injured, call Thomas J. Henry.
Back at the Alamo Dome, 6:43 remaining before halftime in what has been a Miller Buccaneer avalanche. They've already scored 5 touchdowns. They lead it 35-0.
Paul, that last drive took 36 seconds. Can you believe that?
Every single one of their drives has been just like a blitzkrieg tonight. Here's the kickoff, and a fair catch will be made at about the 27-yard line. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CCRV, keeping RVs affordable and fun. Also brought to you by Superior H&H Homes. Let Superior H&H Homes build your dream home today. Down to the sideline quickly in Chelsea Torres.
Alan, Paul, really frustrated Dragons team, of course, as you can tell. Not only are they frustrated because they can't seem to get down the field past that Miller defense, but it's already the 4th injury on this game right now. You know, number 34, J.P. Zuniga, sophomore, earlier hurt his left leg. He probably won't be getting up for the rest of the game. They have it completely wrapped from his toe all the way up to his knee, and he does have crutches. As for number 52, Ricardo Rodriguez Guzman, he came off. I saw that trainers were massaging up on his right quad near his hip flexor, his groin area. He's still sitting on that training table. Alan, Paul?
Chelsea, thank you very much for hustling for that information. That was Andre Mitchell on the first down carry for the Southwest Dragons. And he gets pretty good yardage on first down, a gain of just a little more than 5 yards.
We talked about Miller's strict quick strike ability tonight. All their quick drives, their longest drive of the night, time-wise, has been 2 minutes and 36 seconds, which usually is a fast drive for most teams, right?
You would think so, yeah. But they are putting the pedal to the metal tonight. Second and a long 4. The give once again to Andre Mitchell, and he is met in the hole. That was Jay Sean Trimble. So number 5 puts a hat on number 5. It'll be 3rd and 2. Nose of the ball squarely at the 35-yard line.
Southwest came into this game, Paul, riding a 4-game winning streak and feeling pretty good about themselves. They had righted the ship. They got off to a really slow start this year, but tonight, man, they just can't get anything going against Miller. Miller just playing a perfect game on both offense and defense.
Lloyd Young checks into the ball game at running back for Southwest. He's a sophomore. They have 3 backs in the backfield alongside the quarterback, Luna, and they do give it to Lloyd Young, and he's going to be close to first down yardage. We'll have to check the spot. Yeah, you mentioned the slow start by Southwest. They started 0-3 and 1-4 and then really went on a tear, but they've had a hard time getting on track tonight. That play does clear for the first down.
Ball at the 37-yard line.
That's only their 2nd first down of the night.
Miller defense really asserting itself. They've been very physical tonight and very alert, and they got their corner in press coverage on the near side here on 1st and 10. Give right off left guard. That's Lloyd Young again.
This may sound crazy, but it looks like the Dragons are just trying to run clock now.
It does look that way. They're trying to just kind of stop the bleeding right now, maybe get in there without further damage and try somehow to reconvene and get it back together.
They will get the ball to start the second half.
That was a gain of only 1. It's 2nd and 9, and the clock running, 4:42 showing here in the second quarter. Kind of an unusual looking pistol formation in the backfield for the Dragons. Miller showing blitz. Here's a pass deep down the near sideline intended for Mekhi Johnson, and pretty good coverage applied there by Ezekiel Moya.
Yeah, Mekhi's their deep threat guy. He's the guy they like to go to when they got to pick up a lot of yards, but just a little overthrown that time. We'll take another look at it right here. And it's a good pass pattern here, just a little overthrown. He was open.
Streak route, just could not quite lay it down on him. And as we said, that was really pretty good coverage and man coverage by the free safety Ezekiel Moya, who has done so many things to help his team here in the first half.
You know, we've talked about the Dragon players in disbelief. What about the fans right below us? All the folks wearing green. What do you think's going through their mind? They hadn't been through a game like this year.
I'm sure they're as shell-shocked as their team is. And we do have a whistle, and in fact, Southwest is going to take a timeout.
Southwest.
So we'll keep it right here. So Southwest calls their second timeout of the half. They have one remaining.
We have another game going on tonight. The Refugio Bobcats are playing. We'll update their score here in a little bit. But tomorrow night, we've got a lot of games. As you know, we've reached that area round. And we got a big game up in Floresville tomorrow night. Cal Allen playing a very good Kerrville-Tivy team. And, you know, that's going to be a battle for Coach Danaher and company. And then, of course, we've got the Alice Coyotes. They've got a big ball game tomorrow night. And then we've got Roland Rodriguez, who's going to be in Port Lavaca tomorrow night. How about the Beeville Trojans? Are 11-0 this year. They have just done a tremendous job.
And you have been telling me all year long about their quarterback.
Oh, he's sensational. He's big, he's strong, and, you know, I'm excited to see what he does tomorrow night.
Well, let's see what Southwest does here on 3rd and 9. They trail 35-0. Clock stopped with 4:25 before halftime. 3 receivers in a bunch formation to the near side. Quarterback floats, now throws it out. It's complete to Mitchell. Makes a nice spin move, gets across the 45 to the 47, appears to have the first down, and finally these Dragon fans have something to cheer about.
That's their best pass play of the night, without a doubt. Let's take another look at it here. Cassius Clay was going to try to make a big tackle right here. Can't quite wrap up, and then the Dragons wind up picking up the first down.
And the line of scrimmage is the Southwest 47-yard line.
And again, Paul, they're in no hurry. They huddle up. There's only 4 minutes left here in the first half.
Luna has gone all the way at quarterback. Andre Mitchell is the tailback standing behind the quarterback. And again, we've got a stoppage in play.
Timeout. The first of the half.
All right, so Miller maybe looked at that formation, said, we may need to talk about this. So they take their first timeout of the half.
Another big game coming up on Saturday, Paul. We got Flower Bluff coming to San Antonio. They're going to be playing at Alamo Stadium, and they're going to be taking on Wagner. And I'm excited about that football game. We heard from Coach Steinbrook and his players last night. Hey, you've got a big announcement regarding some big app we have
this
here,
is
right?
really pretty cool. You know, we broadcast high school football games, Islanders basketball games, parades, and so many more events throughout the year. And you can watch them all live on the Chris 6 News app on your phone or smart TV. Just go to the App Store on your device and search KRIS. Oh, brave new world. How cool is that?
Yeah, and for those who have DirecTV, KDF is not on DirecTV, so they can watch us on the app tonight. Whether they on their smart TV.
And what else you do? You call DirecTV and say, get KDF on DirecTV.
There's no reason why DirecTV cannot have KDF. I do not understand that.
Here's the first down play. They shovel it to the running back, Andre Mitchell, and he is upended and actually is going to lose a little bit of yardage.
Moya.
Back to about the 46-yard line.
Ezekiel Moya.
Good player. Really good player. We got new running backs checking into the game for Southwest.
You know, Moya made that game-winning catch against Vets Memorial in overtime.
And you and I were standing about 8 feet from that.
Yeah.
And as I recall, he had a little bit of a tough quarter.
Right.
But he was so happy and so emotional when he made that big catch to cap off what was really the most amazing comeback we've seen all year.
Pretty incredible.
2nd and 11. Line of scrimmage, the 46. They fake the shovel, now come back to the near side. They throw it deep. This is going to be picked too. They high point the ball, and Miller comes up with another interception. And if I told you that that was Ezekiel Moya, would you believe me?
I would believe you. 3rd turnover of the night for the Dragons. Remember, this is a team that only had 8 turnovers all year long. They've got 3 in the first half alone.
And here's the thing. If you think this Miller offense is going to do anything other than try mightily to score another touchdown before halftime, you are mistaken.
I think you're right, but I do think they'll empty the bench in the third quarter. They tried that.
By the way, I didn't mean that as a knock.
Oh, I know. That's just
at all.
You keep the gas going the whole first half. Poorly underthrown pass.
Empty formation this time. So they got 5 wide receivers in the game.
And
3
plenty
to the
of
near
time.
side. And plenty of time. Body rolls far side. Tries to skip it into Cassius Clay, but the ball hits the turf. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stopped with 2:46 left in the half.
Remember, I told you their longest drive was 2 minutes 36 seconds. So that's plenty of time. Like you said, there's 2:46 to go here.
They'll give you back 10 seconds.
That's right.
2nd and 10.
Just one long pass to Adrian Lloyd. That's all they need.
Andrew Body already with 3 touchdown passes tonight. This pass is complete to Ralph Rodriguez. You know, they run that guy on that inside screen a lot, and he's a little dude, but he's really tough. He takes some big hits in there.
Oh, he does. Now, he did injure his finger earlier this year, but he's back. Looks like he's 100%.
That tackle was made by middle linebacker Jesse Hernandez, who, by the way, for the Dragons, went into this game with 103 tackles on the season. 3rd and about 7. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the far side. Empty set again for the quarterback. Body has time, throws far side, got a man, complete, got a first down out across the 40-yard line to the 41, and that's Cassius Clay extending his big first half.
I really thought he was throwing it to Ralph Rodriguez. Man, he overthrew him. Then I saw number 7 on the other side catch the football.
They were giving him a lot of room.
They'll move the chains.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 from the Buccaneer 40-yard line. And again, they'll go with that 3-by-2 empty set. Throw it over the middle. It's complete. Going to be very close to another first down right at midfield. That's Ralph Rodriguez making another physical reception.
That's their 12th first down of the first half.
Mercy. Well, they think they found something with this formation, and we do have a whistle, and that'll stop it with 1:37 left. And because of that formation and the trouble they're having adjusting to it, Southwest takes its final timeout of the first half. Got a happy bunch of Miller Buccaneer fans right now. That is for sure.
Again, we want to applaud all the fans who made the trip up to San Antonio. I mean, it's a school night, it's a work night, Thursday night, but they weren't going to miss this, and we appreciate everybody back home who's watching. I guarantee you, all those folks you're looking at right now, they got the DVRs rolling back at home. So we just want you to know that we appreciate you making the trip up here. And a lot of them got here early. And we saw the line of all the people before kickoff. They were lined up, fired up, and ready. They just could not wait to get in the building tonight.
Love these fans for sure. By the way, Cassius Clay here in the first half alone, 7 catches for 86 yards.
Play resumes, ball in midfield, 1st and 10, Bucks.
And that's almost half of all the receiving yardage tonight for the Miller Bucks.
Line of scrimmage squarely at midfield. Body wants to throw, has plenty of time, throws deep down the middle, got a receiver separating. Cassius Clay goes up for it and has the catch at the 4-yard line.
Boy, he was streaking between 2 Dragon defenders. He just turned on the speed. There was no way that they were going to keep up with him on that play.
46 yards on the reception. Yes, I'm an old guy and a Dallas Cowboy fan. Did that look a little bit like Butch Johnson's catch in Super Bowl 12?
Against the Denver Broncos?
Yeah,
it did.
Absolutely. Yeah. This drive started back at the Miller 23-yard line. This will be the 6th play of the drive. Give to the running back. I believe that's Marcel Davis, and he is into the end zone. Marcel Davis with a rushing touchdown.
6 possessions, 6 touchdowns. I can do the easy math on that one.
That's almost perfect.
It is.
Wow, what a performance by these Miller Buccaneers, really on both sides of the ball. Both their offense and defense have just been outstanding.
All right, that drive took 1:34, so they didn't need the 2:56, did they?
You told me they wouldn't, and they didn't. And the PAT once again good.
They're going to wear out that kicker, I'm telling you. He's been out there 6 times now, and he's 6 for 6 on his PATs.
Here's that Butch Johnson looking catch, Alan.
And the pass from Roger Staubach. All the way down inside the 5-yard line. Let's give credit to that offensive line, too. Boy, they just opened up a big hole right here.
Look at Marcel Davis. And that was just an outstanding block by the right guard, Jabriel Joseph, who actually was shaken up earlier. That big fella, look at the way he turned his man. That was a beautiful block.
And by scoring 42 points, that really sets it up for Coach Evans. You see him right here. He's going to get a chance to rest a lot of his starters in the second half and get ready for next week, round 3.
Boy, once you get to the 3rd round of the playoffs, as they say, the weave of the strainer gets pretty tight. Anybody who's gotten through there is really, really good. Alan, we were expecting nothing other than a great performance by the Miller Buccaneers tonight, but so far it has exceeded even that.
Oh, I'm telling you, you could not have scripted this any better at all. As we talked about, 6 for 6. They forced 3 turnovers. They've moved the ball down the field at will. I can't really think of hardly any negatives that Coach Evans can yell at them about at halftime. I will say this. I don't want any part of Miller next week. They're either going to get Vets Memorial or San Antonio Vets Memorial. I hope it's Vets Corpus Christi.
Well, of course
that would be a heck of a rematch.
Well, think about that, because in really the most exciting game we've seen this year, Veterans Memorial in their regular season meeting got up to a 23-0 lead. They were 1 play away from making it 30-0, and you seldom see a football game turn so completely on 1 play. Miller gets the long fumble recovery for a touchdown, and then it's on, and they pulled it out in double overtime. That's Andre Mitchell.
We'll be hearing, I hope, from Coach Evans in just a moment as he leaves to go into the locker room.
Looking forward to that, and
what
I'm
do you
sure
think he's going to say?
Here's what I think he's going to say. I think he's going to say that he challenged his team, and they have responded.
There you go.
That was a loss of 2. And we have every confidence that Chelsea Torres will track down Coach Evans. Matt Luna's gone all the way at quarterback for Southwest, but he has not been having a whole lot of fun. 2 receivers to the near side. They got a tight end to the far side. Mitchell again, and all they're trying to do right now is get to this locker room as quickly as they possibly can, because the Southwest Dragons will go into the locker room trailing 42-0.
And their offense has 43 total yards to show for it in the first half.
What a statement by the Miller Buccaneers.
Miller with 340 yards of total offense. They're averaging 10 yards a play, Miller.
It's a team that averages 550 yards per game. Astounding. And the clock hits 0, and we have reached the end of the first half. Just a museum piece by the Miller Buccaneers. They lead it 42-0, and listen to that roar of appreciation from the Miller Buccaneer fans who have made the trip from Corpus Christi.
Man, they're loving it. They are loving it without a doubt.
Coach Justin Evans, just the embodiment of cool. That guy is always so much fun to talk to. He's always so totally in control of everything he's doing. And absolutely, he is more than pleased with the performance his team has turned in here in the first half.
Yeah, he's Mr. Low Key, I tell you. He's the Iceman of the coaches.
All right, so if for any reason we're unable to talk with Coach Evans right now, well, we do. I should never have doubted.
And I reminded him before the ball game. He said, "Oh yeah, he is very media friendly. All our coaches in South Texas are media friendly." But told Coach Evans, I said, "When we stop talking about your team, that's not a good thing." He said, "No, we want our team in the limelight. That means we're doing good and positive things."
Yeah, they have not shied away from that at all. I mean, they realize they're having a special season, that their fans are really enjoying this, and they're enjoying every single drop of this. And Coach Evans, we appreciate the hustle here.
Now, I will say this while we set up for the interview here. Southwest only had 4 yards in the second quarter. Remember, most of those yards in the first quarter was that long.
The wraparound draw on 3rd and long.
Sure was.
Kind of a gadget play.
Yeah, exactly.
Miller having all kinds of fun playing here in the Alamo Dome. Nice hustle by Chelsea Torres. And is that Dylan Moore? I think it is. Hey, Chelsea Torres.
Well, we're here with Miller head coach Justin Evans. Coach, we talked before the game. You said you wanted to dictate the tempo, start off aggressive. I'd say you pretty much did that in the first half.
Yeah, we did a good job of, starting off fast, just getting back to playing Millerbrook football.
It's 42-0 going into half. Are there going to be any changes, differences you want to see coming into that second part of the game?
I just want us to finish a clean game. We're not going to try to run it up or anything like that. We want to try to finish the game strong, and I know that team's going to come out in here and play hard in the second half, so I just want our kids to continue to fight and play hard, and hopefully we can get some guys out.
You said earlier in the week, Miller Nation is the best community. You knew they were going to come out to show tonight. Tell me what the boys are thinking to see the fans and everybody come up like they did.
I mean, look at it. It's amazing. We have more fans coming from Corpus than they're from San Antonio. It just tells you how much our community really supports us. It's an amazing thing.
Coach, all right, we'll see you in second half.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, you heard him. 42-0 right here at the Alamo Dome. Miller Bucks taking it over against Southwest Dragons. We have more game action coming up right here on Game Night South Texas, presented by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
Jeff Davis. When you're in a serious accident with a commercial vehicle, the big companies don't just roll over and write you a check. A big accident with a big truck means a big fight. We don't just roll over and take their first offer.
We recently settled a wrongful death case for $5 million as a result of a commercial vehicle accident involving a drunk driver.
So if you've been involved in a big accident with a big truck, stop what you're doing right now and call the Ford. Call me at 444-4444. That's 361-444-4444. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Does he do tricks?
Mr. Shakespeare, who's the greatest TV and internet provider around?
With epic fast internet up to gig speeds and unparalleled customer service, well, that's got to be Grande.
Imagine that.
Yeah, make the switch. For just $35.99 a month, you can get up to 300 meg internet plus standard Wi-Fi. Imagine better with Grande. Go to mygrande.com and switch today.
Everyone deserves to live in their dream home, and Superior H&M Homes has the perfect house just for you. This gorgeous brick home comes with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and an incredible open floor plan. Enjoy a huge walk-in shower, a luxurious jet tub, and beautiful pebblestone flooring for the master suite. And don't forget about the open kitchen, amazing interior, and circular driveway. Call us today to see this gorgeous, energy-efficient home, because Superior H&M Homes has everything you want in a dream house.
Our sponsors, Thomas J. Henry, your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers, Grande Communications, Nissan, CCRV, Superior H&H Homes, Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass. As for Thomas J. Henry, injury attorneys available 24/7 nights and weekends. Visit tjhlaw.com. Tonight's game also made possible by Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass. Come by and let's be friends. And we so much love all the pageantry that surrounds high school football. So right now, let's go down to the field and the Miller Buck Band and Spirit Squad.
Sergeant Major Sebastian Ortiz and Xavier Rocha. And now, the Miller Fight Song.
All right, great job by the Miller Marching Band and the drill team, the Flag Corps. If you just joined it, it's 42-0 right now. Miller Buccaneers leading here over Southwest at halftime. You know, it's been a record-breaking year for the Miller Buccaneers for the first time in school history. They're 11-0, so obviously they have a chance to be the first Miller team to go 12-0, and it looks like that's going to happen tonight. Chelsea Torres caught up with the Buccaneers earlier this week, and she's got more on this record-breaking season.
Well, guys, if there's one word that really describes the Miller Buck football team, it's discipline. Now, we may have used that word as a key word of the week, but they use it. Their players use discipline every single day from the moment they wake up. We got to talk to the coaches, as well as a lot of the players here on the Miller Bucks team, and they told us that this program has really turned around since Coach Justin Evans has become part of the Miller Buck Nation.
Before you can learn how to win, you know, you have to be disciplined. And so that was the main thing that we focused on when I came inside of here.
This is Justin Evans' third year as the head football coach at Miller High School. He says when he first got to Miller, it was a wounded culture amongst the team.
They just did what they wanted, and you know, with these coaches, that's not how we do it here.
Since taking over the team, laying down priorities was first on his list.
It isn't the most talented teams that win football games. It's the most disciplined teams that win football games. Miller's always had talent. That's why we preach discipline over the talent.
For the Bucks, discipline starts from the moment they wake up, followed by a rigorous schedule.
Come to school, SC meetings at 8:15, office meetings on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then fourth period we got weights, our film. After school, we study again with the film, and then we have practice.
I tell our kids, I'm preparing you for when you're 35 years old, you got to get up and got a family dependent on you, and you got to be disciplined enough to get up and go to work even when you don't want to.
And discipline does not only apply to football.
When they came here, they preached to us, even before football, it was our grades. Get our grades right. Now all of us have a team average, we have a 3.4 GPA, I think.
These players have high expectations on the field and in the classroom. And outside of school, the Miller football coaches are like family.
He's like a father figure to me. Like, he came in here, like, it wasn't about my ability on the football field. It was about, like, how was I doing, and like basically like showing me how to be a man.
And as Coach Evans says, rules without relationships equal rebellion.
When you have kids that understand that this coaching staff cares about them and we love them far beyond football, they know that we're not going to leave them out there by themselves because they trust us in order to put them back in the right position to be successful.
Grinding for these moments. We found a way to get it done.
Well, they're a family on and off the field. Coach Evans told me earlier this week that even though the guys don't know this, on Wednesday night he does plan to take them out to go bowling so they can have some family bonding time before the week kicks off. You're watching Game Night South Texas. We'll have more at halftime and highlights right here presented by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
The magic of the holidays begins at La Palmera.
This Black Friday, the gift you really want is at Nissan's Black Friday event. Save big on our tech-filled lineup, like Rogue with available Safety Shield 360 or Altima with available intelligent all-wheel drive. Hurry in now. Save up to $2,000 on the 2020 Altima or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 12 models.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, more than 100 Americans die each day in traffic crashes, and thousands more are injured. If you were injured in a car crash, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious auto accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look.
Into High School Scoreboard Live.
The best coverage.
Ford Cup player of.
All the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
It's that time of year again. The Black Friday sales event is here at Allen Samuels in Aransas Pass.
The 2019 Ram 1500 redefines what a truck can be with overwhelming innovation, space, storage, and technology, all in America's longest-lasting truck. We invite you to come see why this is the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Take advantage of up to 18% off on all 2019 Ram trucks right here at Allen Samuels in Aransas Pass.
The Black Friday sales event is here at Allen Samuels in Aransas Pass.
We'll beat anyone's price.
Come by. Let's be friends.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, injury attorneys available 24/7, nights and weekends. Visit tjhlaw.com. And Alan Harwell, nobody does Friday Night Football like you and your wonderful Friday Night Fever crew, and you got people deployed all over North America tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night, yeah, you're right. We're going to parts unknown tomorrow night. I mean, this is the time of year where everybody travels, and we are sending everybody with their backpacks tomorrow night. Jeff Dubroff and I will be giving you the highlights, and Will Rodriguez will be out, and Chelsea Torres will be out, and Jeff Dubroff is going to join us now with a look at some of the games you can look forward to watching on the Fever tomorrow night. Jeff?
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Alan. The area round of the high school football playoffs, we start to see the number of teams drop off, but the level of competition step up. This week we have some games I'm very excited to watch. In the 5A ranks, you have the Battle of Texas Blue Bloods facing off, and it's a true shame one of these teams' seasons will end. Cal Allen, fresh off Phil Danaher's 400th career win as head coach of the Wildcats, they're heading to Floresville, where they're going to face off against Kerrville-Tivy. Tivy won their district with ease this year. They're led by senior quarterback Trapper Panel, who has thrown for just under 2,500 yards this season. Cal Allen, they're going to look to lean on Jeremiah Earls and Charlie Hill, the two running backs, if the Wildcats want to advance to the regional semifinals. Our Chelsea Torres will bring us live coverage from Floresville tomorrow night. The Beeville Trojans are looking good. I said it last week. They're my dark horse Coastal Bend team to make a state title game, and they certainly proved my case last week with a 44-7 smothering of Zapata. Now the road becomes a little tougher as the Trojans head to Port Lavaca to face 9-2 El Campo. The Ricebirds narrowly defeat Fredericksburg last week, 20-14. Now, lastly, let's talk about the Bulldogs of Three Rivers, who I think are setting themselves up for a very nice playoff run. That has a lot to do with their strength of schedule during the regular season. Remember, they finished the season with Porfirio, and anytime you get that exposure to a team that talented, it has to give you an edge in the playoffs. They face off against Holland tomorrow night. We're going to have highlights from plenty of games tomorrow night. Don't forget, we have two games on Saturday. Veterans Memorial facing off against San Antonio Veterans Memorial, and Wagner will be playing Flower Bluff at Alamo Stadium. Currently in San Antonio right now, Refugio is taking on Thorndale. We'll have those highlights tonight on Chris 6 News at 10, as well as the battle in the Alamo Dome. And to finish off the second half, we send it back to Paul and Alan.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. We look forward to all those games, and we do have an update on the Refugio game, by the way. They do lead Thorndale 42-20 late in the fourth quarter. We thoroughly expect to follow the Refugio Bobcats all the way to AT&T Stadium this year, because I think they're going to at least make it to the championship game, if not win the whole thing. Those guys, you talk about football tradition, it doesn't get any better than Refugio football.
Yeah, and this year's team just flat out has it going on for sure. You know, earlier we were talking about what a beautiful stadium San Antonio Southwest High School has. I mean, it's really one of the most picturesque places ever. And as good as their stadium is, their band and spirit squad quite good as well. So why don't we go down to the field and catch a little bit of that excellence? Enjoying this performance by the San Antonio Southwest High School Band and Spirit Squad. And in our discussion of local playoff teams who are still alive and looking good, we left out somebody who we saw last week.
The Sinton Pirates are going to be taking on Lano tomorrow night, and that was our game of the week a week ago. And they're awesome, man. I mean, I'm just telling you, they got some great running backs. They got those twins, the quarterback and the running back, and they're awesome, and a really good defense to go with it. So I expect Sinton to win tomorrow night and make at least one more round.
All right, we're at halftime here at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio with the Miller Buccaneers trouncing the Southwest Dragons right now 42-0. We'll be back with the remainder of halftime and then get on into the third quarter in just a moment. We thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
I'm Jeff Davis. Have you been hit by a commercial vehicle? Some vehicles carry $5 million in insurance. Some may carry up to $10 million. Often the insurance company won't tell you the maximum limits of their policies to try and hide the truth. But at Davis Law Firm, we won't let them get away with that. So if you're involved in an accident, call the Fours immediately, and I will fight to get you the maximum cash settlement you deserve. Call me at 444-4444. That's 444-4444. That's right, there's only one number to remember, and that's 4.
Have you been thinking about that tall grass, those leaking irrigation pipes, or that broken sprinkler head in the backyard? 360 Landscape and Irrigation has you covered all the way around. Whether your project is big or small, commercial or residential, one call does it all. From mowing to irrigation, weed control to sod, and everything in between. 360 Landscape and Irrigation is ready to help you today. So come on, don't get irritated, get irrigated with 360 Landscape and Irrigation.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck. Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it.
I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get a total value of over $11,500 on this Silverado Texas edition. Or get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 double cab pickups. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday nights on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
As a trainer at the athletic club, I love helping people achieve their goals.
You'll love 10% off a 3-month membership.
I love the athletic club. I'm comfortable here and I feel special.
I love greeting members like family.
Learn, play, love. You'll love the Corpus Christi Athletic Club.
Tonight's game is made possible by Allen Samuels Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Aransas Pass. Come by, let's be friends. Alan Harwell, halftime stats. It's been all Buccaneers.
Yeah, it really has. Total yards tonight, and I can tell you it's 340 total yards for Miller. Southwest only has 43. Rushing tonight, all Miller, 105-21. Very lopsided, obviously, with the score the way it is. Passing yards, 235-22. And actually, there's been 3 turnovers committed by Southwest. So it's 42-0. How did we get here? Let me show you. And the Miller Buccaneers would take the opening drive, 69 yards. Andrew Bonney, 39-yard TD pass to Ralph Rodriguez, 7-0. It was an absolute perfect pass. Rodriguez catches it in stride. We talked about Southwest, only 8 turnovers coming in. They turn it over 3 times in the first half, and this would be the first of those 3. And like all good teams, Miller will convert into a touchdown, and it would be Bonney to Adrian Lloyd, 21 yards. They made it look easy, 14-0. Next possession, Miller doing it on the ground. This is Marcel Davis as he sprints around the right side. He gets in, and that made it a 21-zip lead for the Buccaneers. So that was the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, it's Andrew Bonney with the run up the middle. This would make it 28-0. And then later in the second quarter, on their 5th possession, Bonney will air it out to Cassius Clay. It's an 8-yard catch. This made it 35-0. You thought that might be all the scoring? Oh no. Miller would get the ball for a 6th possession, and they would make it work because another interception, Ezekiel Moya, right here, and it would lead to a Marcel Davis 4-yard run. So 6 possessions, 6 touchdowns, very balanced. 3 running touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, and again, 340 yards of total offense. Paul, they've averaging 10 yards every time they touch the football.
And how busy has their place kicker been tonight? We're talking about Aniceto Zamora. He's hit all these PATs, so you know what? He is 62 of 69 on the season. Not bad. Matter of fact, a wonderful performance across the board for the Miller Buccaneers in the first half. They are up 42-0. Let's throw it quickly down to the field and our Chelsea Torres.
Well, I'm here with Southwest Dragons head coach Matthew Elliott. Matt, first off, what are some positives that you did see from your team here in the first half?
Well, I mean, there weren't a whole lot of positives. It was a whole lot of Miller and not enough Southwest. And we feel like, you know, we didn't play our best football. We realize that Miller's a very, very good football team, but we feel like we can play better in the second half.
And to play better, what differences will you have to make here in the second half?
Well, I mean, we feel like that we did some things that are uncharacteristic of us, and you know, just simple do your job type things. And you know, we're going to come out and we're going to play hard. That's what we do, and so we'll be ready for the second half.
And during halftime, what was it that you really told your team just to kind of get them ready for the rest of this game?
You know, I just didn't. I wanted them to just take a step back and realize that the only way they lose is to quit playing hard. And I feel like that we'll play better in the second half, and I'm excited for that opportunity.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we also talked to Coach a little bit earlier about a couple of those injuries. He did say 2 guys actually are headed to the hospital. Alan Paul, send it back to you.
All right, Chelsea, thanks very much. We're going to take one more break before we resume the second half. Miller up over Southwest 42-0. Back in just a moment with quarter number 3. We thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
Hey everybody, it's Black Friday now! Get Black Friday pricing all this month only at Wilcox Furniture.
Great furniture delivered fast at great prices, like this sofa, now just $2.99. Amazing!
Get Black Friday savings now!
Company cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and fleet vehicles are involved in thousands of accidents each year. An accident with a company vehicle is not just another car accident. If you were injured in a company vehicle accident, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious company vehicle accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
The spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look.
Into High School Scoreboard Live. And
the best coverage.
Newport Player of
all the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
It's that time of year again. The Black Friday sales event is here at Allen Samuels in Aransas Pass.
The 2019 Ram 1500 redefines what a truck can be with overwhelming innovation, space, storage, and technology, all in America's longest lasting truck. We invite you to come see why this is the 2019 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Take advantage of up to 18% off on all 2019 Ram trucks right here at Allen Samuels in Aransas Pass.
The Black Friday sales event is here at Allen Samuels in Aransas Pass.
We'll beat anyone's price.
Come by. Let's be friends.
Hi, I'm Chris Hoover with Ron Hoover RV and Marine. We are proud to announce the addition of Jayco to our family of quality and affordable RVs. Jayco is the #1 selling trailer in America for over 13 years.
We invite you to come see the new Jayco family of RVs at Ron Hoover in Rockport or Ron Hoover in Corpus Christi.
With prices starting below $16,000, I know we can find a Jayco for you. And remember,
whether you drive it, tow it, or float it, My Papa has your dream.
it's Black Friday now at Wilcox.
Check out this queen mattress set, just $448, or this 5-piece dining set, just $497, plus 24 months free interest.
Hurry in now for Black Friday pricing all this month, only at Wilcox Furniture.
Watch Full Court Press every Sunday right here on KDF.
You're watching Thomas J. Henry's Game Night South Texas, presented by your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers, and brought to you by these sponsors.
Just about set to resume play here in the third quarter, and Southwest trailing 42-0 will get the ball first. A lot of happy Miller Buccaneer fans here in the Alamo Dome, and we trust a whole lot of happy fans watching on television back in Corpus Christi or on our app. Good coverage by the Miller, and by the way, they force another fumble. This is a scoop and score, and the second half begins exactly the way the first half ended. A scoop and score by Albert Livingston.
Well, before this night is over, everybody's going to get involved in this game, and he takes it back all the way. You heard the Dragon coach say we got to get some positives here in the second half. Well, it didn't start that way, and Miller, special teams, with a great effort right there.
Well, it was great coverage to begin with, Alan. You're right, and then forcing the fumble and the very alert scoop and score. That's the way you do that. Sensational special teams play. And here's that man, Aniceto Zamora again. And this time we got a whistle. And it is going to be a procedure penalty against the Buccaneers. Really one of the few mistakes they've made all night long. So they'll push it back 5, which should not be any problem whatsoever for Mr. Zamora.
Let's take another look at what happened on this play. Right, that's a nice wrap tackle right there, and the ball comes loose, and Livingston picks it up and carries it in.
I think that may have been Tayron Clay who made the hit. PAT's good. And 11 seconds deep in the third quarter, the Miller Buccaneers have already tacked on another touchdown. Their 7th of the night. They lead it 49-0.
Fumble recovery for the touchdown for the Buccaneers, number 88, Albert Livingston.
We'll keep it right here.
Man, you know, you got to feel for the Dragons a little bit. You know, Coach had to really encourage these guys in the locker room at halftime, and you come out the very first play, you fumble, and they run it in for a score. Now what do you, as you as the head coach, now what do you say to your boys?
Well, I think demoralizing would be an understatement. All you can do at this point is just appeal to people's pride and let them know that you still support them, because when you're down like this, you got to coach people up. You really got to be there for them. So all you can do is say, look, we know that, frankly, we're going to lose this football game, but on the other hand, why don't we just treat this as the start of this game right now and play as well as we can for the remaining 23 minutes? And once again, as they've done pretty much all night long, they just pooch it up on the kickoff and force a fair catch on that.
And for many of these Dragon players are seniors. This is their last football game. They want to finish on a positive in the second half.
That's a pretty emotional thing for sure. It has been a frustrating night for Southwest quarterback Matt Luna.
Well, I can tell you right now, Luna is 3 for 8 for just 22 yards.
And his offense has no points on the board. On the near side, Cassius Clay, the cornerback, up in tight press coverage. Andre Mitchell is the running back for Southwest. Low snap. And Luna picks it up, comes to the near side. But look at that defensive speed by the Buccaneers. They just ate that play up. Cassius Clay comes up quickly, along with middle linebacker Jay Sean Trimble.
There's just nowhere to run. And it's not just, like you said, it's not just one Miller Buccaneer. It's 2 Buccaneers in the backfield.
You know, Alan, something that's really jumped out at me tonight. We all know what a great receiver Cassius Clay is, and he's having a huge night tonight. I'm at least as impressed with him as a defensive player. He is an excellent cornerback. Luna gives it off to Mitchell, and Mitchell gets to the second level of the defense, out close to the 40-yard line.
I said here in the Alamo Dome a couple of years ago when TCU trailed Oregon, what was it, 31-0? And the Frogs, of course, came all the way back to win that.
I am so glad you got an opportunity to remind us of that Horned Frog victory.
Yeah.
Alan's a big Horned Frog fan.
Yeah, that was something else. Then we came back 2 years later and we rallied to beat Stanford in the second half, down 21 points.
I recall that. Good effort. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Southwest, trying to mount their first scoring drive of the night. Miller showing blitz. Quarterback rolls to the near side, now throws it back the other way. Creative play. Got a receiver. It's complete. This is going to get a first down, just barely into Miller territory at about the 49-yard line. Yes, I will give them points for creativity.
There you go. Whatever it takes.
That was Trey Cano on the reception for Southwest, his 17th catch of the year.
Ball spotted inside Buccaneer territory, 49-yard line.
I remember coming here watching the Spurs play in this big Alamo Dome.
Oh, tell me about it. I spent many a night here watching the Spurs. Absolutely. They put that big curtain up there.
George Gervin was up on that big curtain.
Yeah. First down carry by Andre Mitchell. And
you can tell we're getting into storytelling already here in the second half.
Yeah, we got a few more. We got a few more. This drive started back at the Southwest 38-yard line. This will be the 5th play of the drive coming up. Officially no gain on the carry by Mitchell, so it'll be 2nd and 10. See the play being wagged in there by offensive coordinator Jim Bradford. His counterpart for the Miller defense is DC Eric John, who's done a wonderful job tonight. 2nd and 10 from the 49.
Boy, I love that end zone camera. You can see right in the eyes of the quarterback.
On the offense, number 72. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains second half.
Hear the call from referee Richard Breiniger.
Ball back into Dragon territory to 46-yard line. 2nd and 15.
You're mentioning that end zone shot. I want to say this, and it won't be the last time I say it tonight. Our crew is just amazing. You know, it really is a pretty big operation to get this team here, and the job they're doing tonight, I'm just glad they let me hang out with them. They're outstanding. There's a completion on 2nd down.
If we get a chance, I don't know if we can, but I'd love to show all the camera guys and where their locations are. I know we got Dennis Kingsbury in the end zone. We got Ron High in the other end zone. We got a couple of cameras up top with Jordan Harwell and George Harwell. And
I've heard that surname before.
Yeah, there you go. They both want my job. We got Dylan Moore down there on the sidelines. And, yeah, it's...
You tell them they can't have it just yet.
Not yet.
No, you tell them they can't have it
Not
just
yet.
yet. No. 3rd and 9. 3 receivers to the far side. Here's Luna. Gives it off to Andre Mitchell. They've worked that play well tonight. Mitchell's got a big gain down inside the 20, down around the 17-yard line before he's chased out of bounds by free safety Ezekiel Moya.
Yeah, he's got a couple of big runs tonight. That one was for 33 yards.
Run out of bounds at the 17-yard line. That's good.
Mitchell went into this game with over 1,100 yards. So certainly he's a very accomplished running back.
Well, he's got 82 yards tonight on 15 carries. He's averaging 5.5 yards per carry.
Most of those yards, though, on 2 carries.
On 2 plays, exactly.
1st and 10 from the 17. Southwest trying to get on the board for the first time. That's a good throw. It's complete inside the 15 and chased out of bounds at about the 11. That was Mekhi Johnson on the reception, but that was a really nicely timed throw by the quarterback, Matt Luna.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, it's a good throw to the sideline.
2nd and 4. Running play coming near side, and a nice shoestring tackle made there by, yes, Ezekiel Moya.
Carry, grabbed around the legs by 18, Ezekiel Moya.
That was sophomore running back Lloyd Young on the carry for the Dragons.
3rd and 3. Ball at the 10-yard line.
Well, you know Miller does not want to give up on the shutout.
Oh, you know that's true.
Then you know the Dragons want to score desperately. So let's see what happens. 4 down territory.
10th play of the drive coming up. Ball placed squarely at the 10-yard line. They give it to Mitchell, and he's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The left side of the Buccaneer defense just caved that in, led by outside linebacker, the senior Daryl Harvey.
And they're going to kick a field goal.
You know, sometimes you just need to get on the scoreboard. And this field goal attempt will be by Oscar Jimenez. And it's going to be about a 32-yard attempt as they'll put the ball down on the 22. The holder is the quarterback, Matthew Luna, so maybe think about that if they're thinking fake. Down cleanly, and it's blocked. Of course it is. The Miller special teams with another big play. They stopped that drive. Southwest still scoreless on the night. 5:13 remaining third quarter. Miller leads us with 49-0. We'll see their next possession in just a moment. We thank you for watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, more than 100 Americans die each day in traffic crashes, and thousands more are injured. If you were injured in a car crash, call Thomas J. Henry. Thomas J. Henry handles serious auto accident cases and gets serious results for injured clients. Call today. Thomas J. Henry is available 24/7, nights and weekends.
This Black Friday, the gift you really want is at Nissan's Black Friday event. Save big on our tech-filled lineup, like Rogue with available Safety Shield 360 or Altima with available intelligent all-wheel drive. Hurry in now. Save up to $2,000 on the 2020 Altima or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 12 models.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop GoNissan.com. Hey, Alan Harwell, who blocked that field goal attempt?
That was Ezekiel Moya, who plays every down all night long. He's still in there with the team up 49-0. Look at him in there. That's textbook. You can't describe it. That should be on a training film right there.
Southwest did have the ball for 6.5 minutes, by far their best drive of the night. Pass play coming near side. It's complete on that little hitch. Quickly brought to the ground. On the catch is Richard Gonzalez.
Oh, there's a big injury right there. Their big man, number 9 for Southwest. That's Lloyd Young who's going out.
Yeah, the sophomore who's also a running back. Running play, huge hole up the middle. And that is McCulley and Williams showing you the wiggle that he is really perfected.
Another Dragon is down. Boy, he's grimacing in pain.
There are 2 more down. They have 2 players down.
Injury timeout on the field. Injury timeout.
We'll take a break here with 4:36 remaining in the third quarter, and Miller leading Southwest 49-0. Back in just a moment. Thank you for being with us. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry and Chris Communications.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it. It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck. Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it.
I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on select 2019 models, or get 15% below MSRP on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $6,100 below MSRP on this Equinox.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop GoNissan.com. Tonight's game also brought to you by your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers. Just an alarming number of Southwest players leaving the game via injury tonight.
Yeah, luckily both players were able to walk off the field, so it looks like they're going to be okay. But yeah, they have had a bunch tonight. That's number 27.
27 is Trey Cano, their senior strong safety.
Yeah.
All right, back to play, line of scrimmage, the Miller 45. Body's going all the way to quarterback. Floats far side, now throws, got a man complete into Southwest territory at the 45-yard line. And that's Ralph Rodriguez, the senior speedster.
You know, when you consider all the weapons that that Andrew Body has to throw through. Think about it. Ralph Rodriguez, Adrian Lloyd, Cassius Clay, Richard Gonzalez. He throws the ball to Moya sometimes. Davis and Williams out of the backfield catching the football.
We have another injured player for Southwest. I think this is defensive end Chris Smith. Once again, we want to offer special thanks to all of our sponsors: Thomas J. Henry, your Coastal Bend Chevy dealers, Grande Communications, Nissan CCRV, Superior H&H Homes, Allen Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Aransas Pass. We thank you all.
Andrew Body now 19 of 26 for 247 yards passing. He's hitting on 73% of his passes. The leading receiver so far has been Cassius Clay. 8 catches, 132 yards and a touchdown. Every time he catches the ball, he gains at least 16.5 yards.
Adrian Lloyd having a big night, though, as is Ralph Rodriguez.
Yep, they are. And it's just, and then you talk about even rushing, it's very balanced as well. Williams has 54, and Davis has 17, but he scored a touchdown.
I don't know any team, 2 touchdowns rushing. I don't know any team that has more offensive weapons than the Miller Buccaneers. McCulley and Williams is the running back. Play fake, they throw over the middle. That's a really good throw by Body. And that's to Cassius Clay. It's a foot race to the end zone. 5-3, and into the end zone goes Cassius Clay. That is a 45-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown pass number 4 of the night for Andrew Body. Number 44 on the season against only 1 interception.
All right, so 7 possessions, 7 possessions, 7 touchdowns, plus the run back on the kickoff, on the turnover.
It's been a phenomenal night.
They have scored every time they've had the ball tonight.
Didn't you love the ball placement by Body that time? I mean, it was put right in a place where Clay could do something with it, and he did indeed.
Yeah, and he took off and scored easily. Boy, this young man's going to wear his leg out tonight.
Still perfect on the night.
Took just a minute and a half to score again tonight. It's probably the last time we'll see the starters. I'm pretty confident we're going to see some new guys the next time they get the football.
Thunder and lightning for the Miller Buccaneers all night long, and they lead it 56-0.
And here it is.
Statement.
And here it is again. I mean, Cash is a big guy. He
is.
He doesn't go down very easily. Very strong.
Watch the stiff arm there inside the 5-yard line. And he gets it just inside the pylon. As they say, he was just not going to be denied. When he saw the goal line hit right now, he thinks, you know what, I'm taking this to the house.
Well, he also knows everybody's watching back in Corpus Christi. He's not about to not get in the end zone.
They like what they see, that's for sure.
And it's Santos Zamora on the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Miller Buccaneers, I'm sorry, Paul. Miller now with 400 yards total offense. And you said they're averaging
550.
550, so They're nearing their average.
Also averaging 55 points a game, so they now have exceeded that by 1. And we still have almost 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Pooch kickoff once again. This time, they'll actually try to return it. Big old hit at the 30-yard line. So Southwest looking at a long field there. That was Angel Carrillo on the return for the Southwest Dragons.
Okay, if you're the scout, you're scouting this game, and you got to play Miller next week. What's the first area, if you're a defensive coordinator, where do you attack?
Well, the first thing I have to do is go buy a bunch of new pencils because I just snapped about 20 of them. Yeah. It's like, what are we going to do with these guys? I do think this, as counterintuitive as it sounds, the first thing you better do is get the Miller running game under control. Because if they can run the ball, they can do anything.
Offsides on the kicking team. That's a 5-yard penalty. He added to the end of the run. First down.
Okay, so if you can slow down the running game, how do you stop the receivers or slow them down?
Well, that is the conundrum there for sure, because if you're going to stop the run, you're probably going to have to devote a sufficient number of players where you're reduced to man coverage in the secondary, and that might not be a lot of fun. But if they can run the ball on you, you have no chance. On first down, Luna wants to throw, and he'll just chuck this to the near sideline. Outside the pocket, got it past the line of scrimmage, no danger of grounding there.
There's just nobody open, plus the fact he just doesn't have any time to throw the ball.
No, he doesn't.
Been one giant party for the Miller Buccaneers inside the Alamo Dome tonight. Boy, the fans have thoroughly enjoyed this one.
And unlike last week, they're not freezing to death and about to catch pneumonia or something. Good running play inside. That's Andre Mitchell. And he has shown us some talent tonight. There just have not been a whole lot of holes.
Dragged down by number 6, Terry Clay. Gain of 4. 3rd and 6. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Interesting how Southwest gets their plays in the game. Every single play, they have a conversation on the numbers between the offensive coordinator and the quarterback.
Well, they're never in a hurry, that's for sure.
Well, when you think about it, at least going into this game, that made sense. They wanted to shorten this game as much as they could, and right now I bet they really want to shorten it. 3rd and a long 6. And again, it's that wraparound draw to Mitchell coming back to the empty side. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's got a big gain into Miller territory and across the 40 down to about the 39 before he's knocked down by who else? Ezekiel Moya.
That's a 19-yard run. Mitchell over 100 yards now. He's got 101 yards on 3 really long carries tonight.
Absolutely. It'll be a first down about the 39-yard line.
That is, I'm sorry, Paul, that's the 6th first down tonight for the Dragons.
That is some great defense by the Miller Bucks. Clock running, 2:14 showing in the 3rd quarter. Miller up 56-0. Luna wants to throw under heavy pressure. Comes to the near side, now floats it up there, incomplete. Pretty good bracket coverage applied by the Miller Buccaneers secondary. That was intended for junior wide receiver Joseph Garza. Man, heavy pressure. Just no place to throw the football. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Motion across the formation, but they give it once again inside. That's Lloyd Young back in the ball game after he was shaken up briefly earlier. This drive started back at the Southwest 38-yard line, and this will be the 5th play of the drive coming up.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 9.
And we have another Southwest player coming to the sideline. That's their left guard, Robert Gutierrez, in obvious pain.
Yeah, he tried to go back to the huddle, try to stay in the